What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? I want to welcome y'all to the Generals Report. We finally made it back. Out of my mind. But, first thing on my mind, I'm just happy that I'm able to come back on the show. And I'm thankful. So if you're here, holla at your boy. Holla at me in the comments. We live on Facebook. We live on YouTube. So I'm excited. Like I said, I'm over here we're in Swag Studios right now. And today's episode, we're just going to talk about a few things that we got going on at Swag. And if anybody has anything they want to talk about, or any topics as we go on, you guys could chime in. Your boy's going to be up here every day. I'm excited, and let's get past that. So first reason I want to do this podcast is just, I know there's a lot of community things going on out there, and that, a lot of people have a lot of stuff on their mind, and they want to get off their chest. So, I have an opinion, and I'm going to give it, and a lot of us might not like it. It's what it is. As long as you keep it respectable, you could be on the show. So first thing I want to say is I'm thankful. I'm blessed to have my family still, and but also I'm thankful for the opportunity to be able to have the Swag facility, which is located in Bridgeport, Connecticut. For those who don't know, in the past I was in New Haven for the last 17 years running a program through the Board of Ed, and I moved back to Bridgeport after some tough times for me. I think in 2018 through 2019, had a bunch of deaths in my family, about 11. And so it just shut me down for a while. And came back out of the dungeon and was just working in Bridgeport at another facility. Met some great people over there. Had some good opportunities over there. Was able to help change the facility around and bring life back to it. And through that opportunity, I was able to gain another great opportunity, which was now we have our own facility, which is the Swag facility. Swag, if you don't know, means Students with Academic Growth. For those who don't know my history, I've always been big in trying to help my inner city youth, especially from, the major cities. And, of course, I mix in the suburban kids and everything like that. But, for me, I try to help those who need the help the most. Not saying suburban kids don't need it, but that's another topic, another day. But, so I'm here. I'm blessed. We were blessed with a 20,000 square foot building located on the east side of Bridgeport. And it used to be a Catholic school. So if you're ever in the neighborhood, it's 391 East Washington Avenue. And we have a gym, kitchen. We have 2 dance rooms. What else we got? And we got 8 other classrooms. We just created this communication and media lab, which is continuing to grow. So I want to thank PJ Lucky for hooking us up. That's how I'm able to get these graphics and to be able to talk to y'all today. So, I'm blessed all the way around, man. And I'm just glad to be able to get up here and talk to y'all and stuff like that. So, if anybody is interested, we have different programs that we offer over here at the Swag. Right now, we're offering an after-school program, which is $4 a day or $60 a month. That includes after-school homework help, computer room. Kids get to go in the gym. They get free snacks and drinks. That's from 2:30 until 6 p.m. And then we also offer night programs, which run from 6 to 8 p.m. Right now, we're in our 6 to 8 program. We're running a dance. We're going to have some hip-hop dance classes. Those are going to be on Mondays 5:15. I'm sorry, 5:15 to 6:15. Mondays and Wednesdays, and then on Tuesdays and Wednesdays we also have another class that runs from 6:15 until 7:30 p.m. Tuesday and Wednesdays we also have theater classes that's going to be coming in. Those are going to be run by Creative Youth Productions, Miss Donna Sue. They're looking for actors as well, youth actors, because they're going to be performing in the show. They're going to have one here at our facility in May, and they're also going to have one downtown at the youth cabaret cabaret in Bridgeport. So they're looking for musicians, singers, dancers, and rappers. They need 2 rappers for their one of their upcoming shows, youth rappers. So if anybody's interested in that, you can hit me in the inbox, or you can look on cypkids.org. Contact Miss Donna Sue for that. Also on Tuesdays, also we have a strength and conditioning fitness program, which is ran by Sam Baldwin. They run them on Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 6:30 to 7:30. And then they have a class on Saturday mornings from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. Those classes, again, are run by Sam Baldwin. His contact information is 203-362-8808. Again, if anybody's got any topics or anything they want to talk about, holla at your boy. What up, Ernest? What up? Okay. Oh yeah. By the way, I'm getting to it. Got to thank my boy Ernest Holman. What up, Ernest? Thank God I had to lock the door so he couldn't come in here today. But Ernest got a lot on his mind. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy at times, but he got a lot on his mind. So I'm thank my boy for always being there for me, being in the air, talking me off some of those cliffs with my missiles. And I want to thank my boy Clever. I want to thank my boy Clever and his family, the CSPE family, the Ecuadorian family. They have really came in and been a big impact in our facility. They've let us use their score clocks, their bleachers, the scoreboards. They got all, the scoreboards, their bleachers, the soccer goals, and just creating a culturally diverse environment in here. So I definitely want to thank his wife, my boy Derek, Jasmine, what up? Ashley, what up? And, so again, it's our facility over here at Swag Facility is a diverse facility. We rent the gym to all kind of nationalities. We had a Dominican party in here yesterday. We had the Ecuadorians in here on Saturday and Sunday. We got the Mexicans here on Fridays. You know what I mean? So it's just a diverse community. I'm thankful for it that they've chose our facility, and I can't wait to do more with them. So shout out to them, Clever and Sylvia and the whole Ecuadorian crew. What else I want to talk about? We also have a financial literacy program that a gentleman by the name of Christian Delgado, he's going to be running here at the Swag for free. It's a free financial program. Let's learn together. He's going to run it every 2 weeks. So we just had one on February 22nd. The next one will be on March 10th here at the Swag facility. Like I said, again, 391 East Washington Avenue. So if anybody's interested in that, it's free. And he's also willing to sponsor a kid, if you attend a meeting, or he'll sponsor your bingo ticket. That's another event that we have here on activity that we have here at the Swag facility on Thursday nights. We host a bingo, and it's from 5:45. We open the door, let people in, and we start playing around 6:15, the latest. That's our hope. And we do gift cards. It's a fundraiser for the facility for us to be able to, buy equipment and do different activities for the kids. Hold on for a minute. Yeah, that's better. My light was a little, lighting was off, but yeah, I'm back. But yeah, so we have bingo over here. It's exciting. I don't play, but we have a lot of fun. It's an adult activity for us. We're in the talks of trying to figure out a way to do a bingo for the youth, where we can give them, different scholarships or programs, or maybe give them a jukebox or whatever they do. We ain't giving out no video games because, unless that's the jackpot. But those are also some of the things that we do here at the swag facility. I want to thank our staff at the swag facility. Prayers for Miss Jackie. She's out right now. But Miss Jackie from the center, everybody knows Miss Jackie from the center. So let's put some prayers for her to get better. I also want to thank Keith Pierce. Keith Pierce is one of our employees now as well. He's in charge of the after-school activities and the recreational activities here. I want to thank my boy Bruce, Elijah Edmonds. He's another one here helping us make sure that maintenance and everything is good and making sure our youth are safe. And Miss Elsie, when she gets healthy, she'll be back on staff. She's another part of our after-school programming. So, but we're continuing to grow, man. We're looking to build more programs, of course, build more staff. We have 10 classrooms here. So if anybody's looking for any workshop space or spaces to run your programs, we're offering room space for $50 an hour. And we rent the gym for $60 an hour, which is, I would debate, that's the cheapest in the state. We get killed over that every day. But if anybody's interested in renting in any of our facility space, you can give us a call. My cell phone number is 203-360-4829, or you can call the facility 203-212-3890. This is just some of the things that we're offering over here. I also want to thank some of our main sponsors. I want to thank Amy and Bob Stefanowski. And him and his wife has committed to being a guest on our show. And if anybody want to be a guest on the show, whether it's in person or in Zoom, we're open for that. If you feel like you want to get up here, you got something to say, we can add you on the screen in the Zoom. I can send you the link, stuff like that. Or if you want to come in the studio, get some stuff off your chest, or try to challenge my knowledge of things and what I'm talking about. What I talk about is mostly my opinion, so I can say it because it doesn't mean it's factual. But I'm a challenger. You know what I mean? So if I see some stuff up there that I don't agree with, I don't have a problem saying it and agreeing on it, disagreeing or agreeing. So that's another reason why I'm glad I got the say whatever you want to say on Facebook and, hide behind it, so this is a platform for some people to come up and just say what they got to say. What are some of the other things I want to talk about? So yeah, I want to thank Carolyn Askew. She's another big donor of ours from Bridgeport, Connecticut. She supports us waters and taking the water bottles back for us and different things like that. So I'm thankful for Miss Carolyn. Shout out to you, Carolyn. Shout out to my boy Bob. A lot of people don't know about the Stefanowskis and their impact on the community. I'm going to touch on them for a minute. You guys don't realize the impact in the community that they've had over this pandemic. If you don't know that when the state didn't have any masks, Bob Stefanowski and Amy Stefanowski and their donors came through for Connecticut, and they blasted masks all over the state. Amy and Bob, I call them the Reagans. Maybe because of their Republicans too, but just because they down to earth. I don't know if everybody remember like I do when the Reagans were in presidency. They had Just Say No, to drugs and all that stuff like that, and they were big and they brought a lot of stuff to our community, whether it was through the community funds that they were getting for being the president or whatever it was. But I just remember them, and I know the Stefanowski, especially my boy Bob. They're just regular people when you talk to them. Bob is a cool dude, man. He's like the cool kid from Madison, you know what I mean? That he can just kind of fit in anywhere. So they had a great impact, like I said, in our communities by with the mass giveaways. They were behind the food boxes. A lot of people don't know that they were behind the food boxes giveaway in the beginning, helping bring that to Connecticut and across, abroad. And they did a lot of toy drives and everything like that. So I know some people are like, oh, Gary, they're Republicans, we're Democrats, we're this and that. I'm an independent. So I vote for whoever I want to vote for when I vote. I choose when I'm going to vote, when I'm not going to vote. And, I'm not selling anybody to jump their party and say, oh, I'm going to leave my Democratic Party to be a Republican. I'm just saying, man, see what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it doesn't matter. You could be a Republican and the Republicans is doing some Donald Trump stuff. So you'd be like, you know what? I'm going to go this way because that dude is off the chain. So, when it comes to Bob and Amy, I think that you should give them an opportunity just to hear them and listen to them. And if you ever get a chance to see him in public, I'm pretty sure Bob will give his ear to you. So, again, but that's another part of the show. Bob and Amy have already committed to saying they're going to be on the show, and you'll be able to ask them questions and talk about certain things to them. And so I want to say, let's keep our eye open for that. I also want to thank my board members. Yeah, so I want to thank my board members, my chairman, Karen Lott. She's out of Hartford. Some of y'all know her. I want to thank John Szymanski. I want to thank the Gunnins, Tim and Kate. Who else? Nadine Damone, and a few others who names they don't want to be mentioned, I'm assuming. But it's been a long road over here. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful for, like I said, the Stefanowskis. I'm thankful for my board. Thankful for my family, Tanya and Tashay, for letting me stay out of the house all day, all night, to do what I got to do to get us on the grind over here. I know Tashay and Tanya are both thankful that I'm out of the house, but, I'm thankful that they let me stay out as long as I do and as much as I do, just to try to do what's best for our family, as I always said. So another thing I want to talk about with the swag programs is, I'm trying to create different Path 2 programs. I know a lot of other organizations have done it in the past, so maybe I can collaborate with some of them on this opportunity. But, I've talked to the fire department, I've talked to the police department and different other agencies that, I'm interested, our youth could be interested in being a part of. So GED, Path to GED, because, I know there's a lot of y'all out there who don't have a diploma. And, if you have one, you probably can do a little bit better in your life. I don't actually, so I'm straight up, I have a GED. I don't have a high school diploma. I didn't go to college. So let that sink in. You know what I'm saying? Your boy, I got a GED, not because I'm a dummy. It's because, as some of y'all know, my youth, my childhood, I moved around a lot, but, I ain't no dummy. So, I'm not successful, but I'm on my way. You know what I'm saying? And, I just want to say, you can all go through your struggles in life, and you can start off rough as a kid, the bad kid, and still change your life and still turn around your life to be in the better. And that's what I did. 25 years old, I had my princess, and I just changed my whole life. Some of y'all try to use my first, my years from 15 to 25 to hold me back, but that stuff is old. You know what I mean? And as we'll talk in future conversations, a lot of people in our community, especially our inner city communities, they fall victim to our society sometimes, right? And some people, like we talk about drug dealers and gang members and all that stuff like that, but have you ever talked to a drug dealer? Have you ever talked to a gangbanger and understood how they fell into some of those livelihoods and how they've turned into what they've turned into? And, what are some of the benefits that they have from being in that? I'm not saying there's, that you should glorify being a drug dealer or a gangbanger like you should glorify being a fireman or a teacher. What I'm saying is, for some people, you have to understand their life and what they're going through, and their, but that's a whole nother topic too. We're not going to talk about that. But as far as programming, again, I've met with numerous executive directors and numerous programs across the city and the state, trying to find collaborative programming for swag. Right? We're going to talk about swag for a minute. And I look on the Facebook, and I see a lot of people. A lot of y'all got that American money, American Rescue money, right? A lot of y'all took that PPE money. But I'm still looking to see where all these people are now in these programs that people took that money for, because people going to jail behind that. Maybe they starting from the top with the celebrities and the different people like that and them big businesses, but it's trickling down. So my hope is that we do right by that money. I didn't take none of it. We didn't take swag or Gary Nelson, the person, didn't take any PPE money. We weren't eligible. Didn't take any of that American Rescue Plan money. We don't have no CDBG money for the people who out there trying to conspire me and Heidi Nieves. That's my girls, Heidi Nieves. We had our beef. We passed that. now, we moving on and trying to see how we can help each other do what's best for our communities, in Bridgeport right now, because that's where she's the city council president at. So I'm willing to bury some of my beef. So I'm willing to, make amends with people who I might have beef with in the past. And, that was for you, Ernest. I know you wanted to hear that. But, I'm a new person, man. You know what I mean? So I'm still Gary Nelson, but some of my ways have definitely changed, And if you've been around me in the last, I'm gonna say 6 months. I'm gonna say 6 months. You've been around me the last 6 months. I've been doing better, man. I've been practicing on my my great responses. I don't respond harsh anymore. I try to count to 30 instead of just responding to people. And I'm just trying to do better, man. You know what I mean? So I love my community. I love my people. I've invested numerous times into my people. I know some people don't think that I know what I'm doing or I don't have the experience in what I'm doing, but I learn on the fly and I learn quickly. You know what I'm saying? I coach on the fly and I learn on the fly. Oh yeah, shout out to my boy Oliver Fly Tubman. You know what I'm saying? We all know him from the Rafaela Teller Center in Bridgeport, Stratford Avenue. Oliver he is over here with us working, but he has some medical things he had to take care of. But he is back, you know what I mean? And he's on light duties, let's say, over here at Swag. But that's what we got over here, man. It's just people that I know love the community. Will give as many hours as they could, whether they was on the clock or not, like I said. So that's why I brung in Mr. Keith, Miss Jackie, Bruce, and Fly, Miss Elsie, because they really genuinely care about the kids and the people. Let me take a sip of my. So yeah, let's talk about the community collaborations. So yeah, so I was saying I sit back a lot and I watch Facebook, and I see a lot of these programs looking for spaces, looking for people to collaborate with, but they don't come by here. So I ask Ernest all the time and a few of my other people, like, "Hey, Ernest, I got this big old building. I jump on these Zoom meetings and I go over here in these places and I see all these people saying, oh, there's no facilities, and there's no this, there's no that." And it's like, they don't want to come over here and support your boy, right? So I used to talk to my barber when I had here. I used to talk to my barber, Pringle. And I used to say to Pringle, damn, man, I don't know how you do it, man, because of this, our people sometimes are the worst. Joe Christie says that all the way. Shout out to Joe Christie and my boy Brian Pratt. Joe Christie used to say, Black people, we are our own worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? We all say, oh, I'm going to support my people. If we had this, we would be this and we would be that. And, and part of it is, it could be me. People don't, not that because I'm Black, I feel like they should support me. Some people might have knew me from before and might have had didn't like the way I said something or my opinion. They didn't like it or how I responded to them. So I apologize. I apologize tonight for whatever I might have said 2 years ago, 10 years ago, or 20 years ago. Because I'm 6 months clean of being disrespectful to people in person. On podcasts, I might say whatever I might say, and you might not like it, but it is what it is. Let me check. Let's see who else. If anybody looked in. Yep. So yeah. So if you ever take a chance, stop by again the Swag facility. If you have a program, we are offering facility rentals. All right. Let me say that again. The facility rooms are $50 an hour. The gym is $60 an hour. That's with no chairs, no tables, no nothing in the gym. We have been booked thanks to my boy Clever and his CSPE futsal league. We have been booked on Saturday nights and all day Sundays, but we will be opening up more time in May, and hopefully, some more of these communities will come back over here and try to do some collaborative programs or just rent a space. I also want to shout out one of the community programs, West Payne. You know, Wes was over here today. He's been over here the last couple of weeks helping us put together our computer room. Him and his organization donated some equipment to our facility, some sound bars and different things like that to go, as well as the Stefanowskis, who donated the towers and the keyboards and the mouses to the computer room. So again, man, I'm looking for community programmers. I'm looking for people who might want to come in here and run a computer lab, because now we have a computer lab. We have one room where we have 8 Apple computers, and we have another room with some Dells, about 8 to 10 Dell computers in there, and we're continually growing. So we're looking to do some day program stuff, anything during the day, during school hours while your kids are at school, and we're also looking to run some programs at night. We have some young lady, Miss Lucky, who's going to be coming in, and she's going to be helping offer some more dance classes and Zumba and different things like that. And so we're open for that. What else? Oh, if you want to be a guest on the show, you know, again, you could just do it by Zoom. You could do it in person. You know what I mean? We're definitely interested in hearing from you. If you just want to, you know, make a point, or you want to come in and say something for a couple of seconds, you know, holla at your boy. You know, hit me in the inbox, or you can chime in on here, and then we can get to see who got something to say out there. You know, I also want to talk about what else? Basketball. So first, we're going to talk about the SWAG basketball program. We're currently in talks with the Connecticut Sun. They have already donated us. That's the WNBA team out of Mohegan Sun. They've already donated a bunch of equipment for our kids, T-shirts, book bags, wristbands, and different things like that. And we're looking to finalize how they're going to help us with the remainder of the facility, which will hopefully we'll be able to upgrade some things in here, as well as definitely offering some community programs and some lifetime experiences with the team and at the arena, and as well as them coming down here to our facility. So we definitely got those irons in the fire, and we're looking to strengthen our relationship with them. So shout out to Jen Rosati, Morgan Tuck, and the VP Amy for coming down and checking out the facility. And, you know, I'm thankful for that, and can't wait to see what else comes out of that. What else? Got to thank my New York investors, because without them, none of this is possible. You know what I mean? So shout out to my boy David and Q for backing me on everything I do, with most of the things that I do, and for giving me the opportunity to help empower our community through facilities, through jobs, you know, and through, you know, there's some more things that we have coming in the future. So I'm really, really trying to help some of the small businesses and nonprofits. So please don't listen to other people and take judgment on me. You know what I'm saying? You know, learn from your own mistakes. Learn from your own impersonation of me when you see me or when you talk to me. Don't let other people and their history, because you don't know the situations on certain things that might have happened in the past with me and other people. So please don't let other people get you to not come over here, or get you to not want to be a part of this greatness that's about to be happening over here for not just Bridgeport community, but for some of the surrounding towns as well. What else I want to talk about? Oh yeah, basketball. So on Tuesdays and Fridays, right now we're offering basketball training. It's $10 if you pay daily, or it's $60 for the month. We're going to be offering a Biddy basketball league as well, which is going to be coming up in the spring, which we're going to focus more on first grade to like fourth graders. And then later into the summer, we'll start offering more programs for the fifth through high school. But my past experiences, fifth through high school, is going to be a little busy between April and June with AAU and all that stuff. And I ain't got time to be battling with AAU guys over when their kids should be in the gym with them and what gym they should be in, because, you know, that's one of the topics that I definitely want to tap on, is just a lot of these guys out here in this travel basketball, and these trainers and these high school coaches, and it's just basketball is just on a downward spiral. You know, the more teams, the less talent. The more teams, the less fundamentals. The more teams, just just bad. It's just getting bad out there. I've been to some games. I watch these high school games, and it's sad. And not saying that everybody should be a part of my program. I'm just saying is to the trainers that you guys are getting $40 for an hour, $30 for an hour. That's great for you. But what are you really teaching a kid if you're teaching them, if you're training them 2 hours a day? 2 hours a week, $80 a week. It's becoming a middle-class sport. And if it becomes a middle-class sport, what else do we have? And I know there's the people out there saying, oh, the kids need to learn how to read. They need to learn how to math and do all this other stuff and be doctors and lawyers and all that and stop using basketball as their ticket out. Well, in my opinion, and I know a few kids that'll agree, basketball was their way out, and they didn't have to go to the NBA or WNBA. Basketball, for my daughter, let's just say for my daughter, was great because we were able to travel. She was able to go up and down that highway, see different cities, different states, meet different people. When we walked in the gym, hey, that's the girl from Canada. That's the girl from Mississippi. That's the girl from Jersey, New York, Long Island, Rhode Island. Long Island is a city, in case you smart guys thought I didn't know that. But, it's just a matter of, the point is it opened up my daughter's networking. It taught her time management, right? So some people think, oh, well, when she went to high school, she didn't really play. Did she not play because she wasn't as good as the rest of her teammates, or did she not play because the coaches weren't in bed or weren't in line with my philosophy as a parent or my philosophy as a coach, which was fine with us. You know what I'm saying? But again, for my daughter, the experience, it taught her all kind of things about life. It taught her about relationships. It taught her about not being in a healthy relationship. It taught her about camaraderie. Taught her about standing on her own, but the most important thing was the time management. A lot of kids in this world and people in this world don't understand time. They don't know how to balance the time and how to get things done, because life is just going so fast, even for me, people like me and Ernest had this conversation the other day. Oh, Gary, you try to do everything. You try to go and do this, and this, and that. That's what you got people for. That's what you just, I was raised, my father was a custodian. Let's say he retired as the head custodian. He did about 30 years in custodial. And my lovely summers from 10 years old to 14 years old probably was in a school that he was at, helping clean and buff the floors and do all of this stuff. And the only way I can get to that gym that I really wanted to be at was I had to help do that type of stuff. So for me, having to mop the floor, my shiny, slippery when wets, or having to scrub the walls with my button-up shirt on, or, having to take out the garbage with my clean khakis on. It doesn't matter to me, because I'm here for a purpose. And my purpose is to help provide an opportunity for the people in my community. Whether I look nice, whether I got on jeans, whether I got a haircut. Some of y'all know I don't even rush to get a haircut. What up, Smooth? Smooth O's watching. Yeah, man. Smooth been working on me, man. Smooth's been my coach, been a mentor to me since probably since I was 9 years old, all the way through the whole Hardin thing. And, my uncle Steve was a coach at Hardin for how many years. So I had those experiences up there, being around them and getting that tough love. And, so I'm thankful for Smooth and people like him and Ernest and, some of the people in my life who chime in and tell me when I'm wrong, because sometimes you got to have those type of people, man. You got to have people who's not scared to say, gee, that ain't cool. You shouldn't have did that. Yo, gee, that ain't right. Don't say that, Not that I listen all the time, but, I'm open for information. Let's put it like that. Whether I take all of it and use it, but I've learned to be respectful and listen to people's opinion. And I'm thankful for, again, the people in my life that know where I came from and have seen my growth, because some of y'all you don't want to see my growth. But other than my stomach growing, my mind has grown. My eyelashes have grown. Even my hair, my nose hair has grown. I got to cut my hair nose every once a month. It's crazy. Yeah. So that's something I never knew I was going to have to do. So let's Let's give it up for that, you know. Yeah. So, oh yeah, I got my little machine here where, you know, let me see. Oh man, where's my guest? When are you gonna answer that question? You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm just up here, man. I'm gonna be up here every night. I'm gonna be in your face every night, whether you watch it at night, whether you watch it or not, whether you don't watch it while I'm on live and you come back at night, 2 a.m, and turn it on. Doesn't matter to me, man. I'm gonna give my opinion. I'm gonna try to give some community news. If you got any community programs or anything going on, holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you my email. My email is gnelson@swaginc.com, or you can reach me at the fam. That's D as in dog, A as in apple, F as in Frank, A as in apple, M as in Mary, 12002 at yahoo.com, or you can send me a text or call. I don't answer my phone. By the way, I don't answer my phone. Don't take it personal. It's just that, like I said, I went through in the beginning of the show, I went through a lot of deaths in my last couple of years. So sometimes I don't want to answer my phone because I don't want to hear no bad news. So if you text me and it looks like it's good news, I'm going to answer. All right. So my cell phone number is 203-360-4829. You can send me a text and I'll respond and stuff like that. So please share this. Depending on how things are going. But if anybody's interested again in making a comment or being on the show, please reach out. What else we want to talk about? Mass in school. This is one of the things that we talked about over the weekend. I know one of the board members in Bridgeport, he chimed in. What do you guys think about mass in school? All right. I'm just speaking. This is just my opinion. I'm just a little confused as one of the parents and one of the people in our community that's confused. If the governor is saying we don't have to wear masks, right? It's up to the city's people. Then the mayor says you don't have to wear a mask, right? Then the school says your kids have to wear masks, right? Help me understand how that's going to work, right? Because I'm trying to figure out if a kid can go to a sporting event and don't wear no mask, they can go to a restaurant packed and take off their mask. They can go to the park and play with the kids and don't wear a mask, right? They're home all day with their family, their brothers and sisters. One go to Hardin, one go to Eastside Middle, one go to Dunbar, one go to Blackham, one goes to school in West Haven, one goes to school in Stratford, and they don't wear masks. How does this make sense, right? So for me, like the guy tried to ask me is like, what is your facility going to do? Well, our facility is going to be by choice. It's going to be up to the parents, right? If the parents want the kids to wear their mask, they can wear their mask. If the parents say it doesn't matter if my kid wears the mask or not, I'm not a doctor. I'm just going by what our leaders are saying because that's the people we're supposed to trust, right? You're supposed to trust your mayor. You're supposed to trust your governor. You're supposed to trust your president, depending on who it is. And I'm just saying, I'm not the doctor. I'm not CDC. So I'm just trying to figure out what is your opinion. And we're going to have a whole 20-minute show one day on that, on the mask and, what is people's opinion on how they should wear the mask and how do they feel about the mask? I feel uncomfortable every time I got to put my mask on and walk into the bank or walk into Dunkin' Donuts because I love me some Dunkin' Donuts. I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm about to rob the place. You know what I'm saying? So, what are your opinions? What do you guys think? Do you think that the kids do you think it should be by choice, that the parents should have a choice whether they want their kid into school with a mask, right? Or should they be mandated to have to wear a mask? Okay. My other thing is when you see kids with the mask on, right? And they say, oh, it's mandatory. They got to wear the mask during the sporting events. That was a big joke. When I watched the videos of these high school games and all this other stuff, especially when they first said, oh, the kids got to wear the mask. They could play, but they got to wear the mask. If you got your mask below your lip, that's a chin strap. It's not a mask. You know what I'm saying? If you might as well just took it off. So I'm just trying to figure out for you mass people. And I know some parents, you've been in my inbox, you've been calling me, oh, Gary, put your mask on. What are you doing? Put your mask on. Right. First of all, I was out in the COVID doing the mask drives with the Stefanowskis. And I had a little baby mask on, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes I didn't have a mask on. God has blessed me that I didn't catch the COVID. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. But you know what I'm saying? And there's other days that I haven't had my mask on, but I never got the flu shot either. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff is by choice. It's like wearing a condom. That's by choice. Yo, if you wear a condom, you might not get AIDS, you might not get herpes, right? But you still can get the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if you wear a condom, you might not have a baby. You know what I'm saying? But that's people's choice. You know what I'm saying? AIDS is still here. So, you know, again, I think the COVID thing is going to be like any other disease. It's going to be, this is the protection that I think that we're offering, that the government should say. And if you don't take it, you know, this is the consequences, right? And let people make that decision, because I believe COVID is going to be like the flu. It's going to be around and pop up just like the flu. They probably just changed the name. Like, well, the flu shot, the flu ain't working no more. They're not taking the shot. Let's call it something else. Let's call it COVID-19. Oh, all you guys are going to die. And just look at how much money the pharmaceutical companies make, right? But how much money did the pharmaceutical companies donate back into Bridgeport, New Haven, Hartford, Waterbury? Is anybody having them numbers? How many of the hospitals, other than the COVID, other than the vaccine places, how many hospitals, whether it's Yale, well, Yale does a lot, so you can't count them. Other than Yale, how many of them have come back and said, you know what, we're going to donate money to the youth programs? Not saying mine, you know? So I think there's just a lot of things that I'm going to touch on, you know, like how many of these programs out here, you know, like I know there's a list out here, American Rescue Plan. I know there's a list, right? I don't really want to go on that list right now, but how many of those programs that got that American Rescue money rent from the city? Not saying Bridgeport City, it could be any city, right? How many, let that sink in. How many people that were approved from the American Rescue Plan rent from city agencies, city buildings, right? How many people who got that CDBG money from any city are tied in to the politicians, right? That's something to make you say, right? So there's a lot of stuff out here that's going on, whether it's I'm not with the mafia, I'm not with no gang, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of stuff is just crazy around this world, man, in the cities and the towns too, you know? So my thing is we're gonna bring it all to light on my different shows. And I'm gonna try to be respectful, but I'm gonna give my opinion. So we're gonna talk about some of that, and we're gonna get my girl Heidi up here. She's gonna come up here, the city council president. She's gonna come up here and we're gonna put her under the fire. We're gonna ask her, you know, her opinion on some of the things that's going on in our city, and hopefully we can get others up here. As I said earlier in the show, we're gonna have the Republican nominee, Bob Stefanowski, on our show. So let's give it up for Bob. Bob is running for governor for Connecticut in 2022. His wife Amy, she's gonna be up here. She's gonna be up here as well. Amy has done a lot in the community, so you know she has helped us tremendously in this community. Her and her husband. So I'm thankful for them. We're gonna talk about basketball for a minute, man. We're gonna go back to the basketball thing, right? So there's 17,000 AAU teams in in Connecticut right now, which is absolutely crazy. I see some people that they take shots at each other. Well, JoJo didn't play high school ball, and he wasn't an All-American, and he wasn't an All-Conference, and you know he didn't score 1,000, and you know y'all just shoot at each other and think it makes sense, and some of that makes absolutely no sense, right? You don't have to be a state champion and a college basketball player to teach kids how to play basketball, because it's all about how can you give the information. It's all about teaching the fundamentals, right? So that's why when you look in the NBA and college and all that, a lot of the top 75 guys or top 200 guys don't coach basketball because they were taught how to play the game, or they had the natural ability to play the game and toughness and all that. But they can't teach a kid how to dribble with their left hand, and they're not going to put the time in for that. Some of them, like an Anthony Hardaway, can come in and recruit the top kids if they have the opportunity and the programming and but it's not based on him being an NBA All-Star, right? Larry Bird tried it, Isaiah tried it, Magic tried it. Steve Kerr, yeah, he's being successful, but is it because he's teaching in the game, or is it because he has a heck of a lineup? You know what I'm saying? So, and I know some of y'all gonna say, "Oh, but Steve Kerr, blah blah blah." You said they can't coach. Yeah, but again, I'm saying let's just talk about Connecticut alone. Let's talk about how bad Connecticut basketball is, high school basketball is right now. I see parents and people, coaches bragging how this kid and that kid, they're going to go Division I. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. I'm going to tell you with, what's his name? Brett McCormick. He's one of the top scouting guys in the country. He said, Gary, listen. First of all, you're telling me this kid is an all-conference, all-state kid. I need to watch her. She's Division I. When you look back at that kid's conference, right, how many Division I players are in that conference, right? Most of them have 0. Okay, maybe you didn't hear me. Most Division I schools most Connecticut conferences have 0 Division I players. Did you hear me? Maybe you didn't hear me. How many Division I players are in Connecticut right now? How many kids, and this is what I always ask the kids and their parents when they say, "Oh, my kid is a Division I. My kid, her coach and this and this and that." Can you call that school tomorrow and say, "I want to commit"? That's when you know you're going to be signed Division I. If a kid is being offered a Division I scholarship, they can call today and say, "I want to go to your school. I commit tonight." Right? If you can't call that school and say that, you're not being offered. Did you hear me? I didn't know if you heard me. If you can't call the school and say, "Coach, I know you offer me," because I told everybody on Facebook you offer me. I put up the form that you sent me in the mail that had my name on it. So I want to commit. Right? The coach is going to say, "I ain't offer you no scholarship." That's a prospective student athlete form that all the students get that might be interested in. Okay? That don't mean they offering you. So when you guys are up there, right, before you decide to put that prospective student athlete form that the coach sent you because they seen your name somewhere, make sure you talk to the coach first and say, "Coach, is this an offer or is this an information form?" Right? Because most people are getting information forms because you went to a certain camp or because they seen your highlight films, right? But highlight films, not going to get you a scholarship. Maybe you didn't hear me. Highlight films are not going to get you a scholarship. You know why? Because highlight films don't show you miss. Highlight films don't show you run back on defense after you missed. So highlight films with all your little fancy ahs and all that, nobody cares about that because it doesn't show you that your man had 27 points after you made that one move. Can you hear me now? So please do away with the highlight film. Or if you're going to do a highlight film, add some defensive stops up there. Add some rebounds up there. Not just when you made that one lucky behind your back, spin move, crossover, threw it off the backboard, hit your teammate in the head, and then you dunked it by accident. Nobody wants to see that, okay? I'm just speaking up. Nobody wants to see that. Come on, nobody wants to see that. You know what I mean? Did you guys really think because you got 1,000 of your friends to like your status, to like your video, to give you views, do you think some of the views are, let's just say this because I know for myself, some of the views is me rewinding and saying, that looked like Shamika there. That looked like Johnny was at the game. Wait, did that dude really travel before he made that move? I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to say that. My fault. I wasn't supposed to say that. That's like the other day, prime example. The girl from South Carolina, I had to rewind it because I couldn't believe it. She came down. I guess she had 20 points and 19 rebounds or whatever she had. She came down because she was 1 rebound shy. She got the ball, threw it off the backboard, and she made the layup. Come on, man. What is it? It's called padding your numbers, right? So she already had her. They already was up 30. She already had, this many rebounds and all that. But no, because she wanted to keep the SEC record, she threw it off the backboard and caught it. So guess what? She still got the record going, which is good for her individually. But should the coach have said something about that on the other team? If you was a parent on the other team, would you have been okay with that? Something to make you say, right? I'm stealing that from Arsenio. Don't tell him, though. Don't tell him. Shh. But, so we just got to look at the different things. Like I look at high school basketball. I'm still on high school basketball. We could talk about high school sports, but high school basketball in particular. A lot of you guys are reclassing the kids, right? Don't get me wrong. I think reclassing is good for some people, but not for everybody. If you're going to a prep school, if you're going to a junior college, first of all, there's 2 different things. If you go to a prep school, you still have your 4 years of eligibility. If you go to junior college, you're losing a year of eligibility. So if you want to lose a year of eligibility, tell your high school coach or your prep school coach to send you to JUCO. All right. If you want to reclass, let me try to help you. If you want to reclass, this is one of the things that my boy Brian Heron did, or he taught me about the reclassing thing, is for some people, reclassing this could be because of age, right? So let's say like my boy Mustafa Heron. Mustafa Heron would have been a 13-year-old freshman, right? Most kids these days are 14, 15, turning 15 as freshmen, right? So it wouldn't have been fair for a 13-year-old kid, even though he was bigger than everybody, to compete with 15-year-olds. Just mentally, he wasn't probably going to be ready for that, right? So as an 8th grader, to me, I think as an 8th grader is one of the biggest years to reclassify because the kid can still reclass and go to a Catholic school, right? If you go to a Catholic school, you can graduate from your middle school and reapply, go to a Catholic school, right? That's one way to get it. Or you could do it as your child is young. If you got a young stud that look like a baby giraffe and you think that they're going to be a stud in basketball, football, and all that, you take that option. But if you're a senior and you're 5'8", and you've been the best player in your class since you were in the 6th grade, and now you're 5'8", and your clock is running out, and you think you're going Division I, but you got 22 Division III offers and 0 Division I offers, you don't need to go to prep school and JUCO to go to Division I. You're not going. Take that Division III, okay? Stop wasting your parents' money, right? You could have used that year for some new Jordans, to get a better Christmas tree in your house. You could have did something else. You're wasting your parents' money going to a prep school, going reclassing, right? And your dream has been shot and killed since you were 5'8" power forward, okay? What happens is some of you guys don't realize is everybody's scared of Pookie, right? Oh, that's Pookie. I ain't checking him. Oh, that's Pookie. I ain't checking him in your community. Oh, that's Pookie. I ain't checking him, right? So what happens is if Pookie never goes to play in Jersey, never goes to DC, Chicago, stuff like that, he's always going to think he's good because people are going to say, well, that's Pookie. He averaged 30 points a game. Yeah, but he's a 5'8" power forward. Where in America is he going to go play college basketball as a 5'8" power forward? Now, if he got a little jump shot or a little handle, maybe he can go Division II as a wing, or maybe, but you're not Division I, buddy, unless you Duncan and you Spud Webb or somebody, Allen Iverson. You know what I mean? But some of you guys just can get to the lane. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, he's aggressive to the lane because he's playing against kids that's scared of him. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of shots fired, But I said just reality, man. Let's to the trainers, to the basketball coaches. Let's bring these kids back to reality. All right. The reality is some of us are just Division II. What up, Cynthia? What up, Cynthia? Some of us are Division II players. Some of us are Division III players. Some of us are Division I players. Some of us are pros, right? So we all know it's hard to make it in the pros because you got people coming from all over the world, and that's okay. So you can go play baby bitty basketball. You could play travel basketball, and then you could pay a whole bunch of money to waste your time playing AAU, or take it as a field trip, and you can just go to college, right? So for my daughter, she played all that stuff, and then she's in college now, right? She understands time. I'm hoping she understands time management, but she has her friendship networking is bananas, and just being able to fall in line in any room and adapt is bananas, because she, as a player, she had to be able to jump in anywhere she was put and be able to perform. So I think that you should always encourage your kid to play some type of sport, because it'll help them manage their time. You know what I mean? Whether it's from school, like my princess would go from school, come home for an hour and a half, take a nap, go back for the game or practice. Where some kids, they had to stay there because they didn't have, or they just wanted to be there at the school and different things like that. But, you got to learn how to make time to do certain things, whether it's the homework, whether it's, being able to play their Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to tell the kids, listen, you go do your homework first. You got 2 hours to do your homework, and then you got 2 hours to play the game, and then you got to go to bed. But there's kids up on Facebook at night up later than me, and they in 7th grade, 6th grade, inbox me, oh, Coach Gary, you know what I mean? Go to bed, kid. You know what I'm saying? Where's your mother at? Oh, she's sleeping. Oh, you should be sleeping. You know what I mean? So that's going to be another topic as well that we're going to talk about. What else are we going to talk about? Mass in the schools. Bingo. I talked about bingo. Collaborations. I love bingo, by the way. But I don't get to play. I just host it. What else we got? The Reynolds, fundraising. Russia and Ukraine. What in the heck is going on over there? You know what I'm saying? I think tonight, or by the end of the week, Putin's going to be pulling up out of there, because he knows that the guns are on the way. The guns and NATO dropping them guns out of the sky. So Putin will, I believe, this is my opinion. He will be retreating up out of that piece, because he knows now they're going to be having some American missiles and some American drones flying over there, dropping bombs on people, and them Russians. So I hope they get out of that, man, and so we can move on in our life and continue my podcast, because I don't need to be up in here with no M16, because the Soviet Union and China and North Korea decided they want to invade America, and we right on the water. So I don't need them. I don't need to see little canoes and submarines submerging over here off the East Washington Avenue Bridge. I know you smart people that they can't come that far in, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Let's get back to peace around this piece. What else I was going to talk about? Let's talk about, and I'm not going to be out here too much longer. I just wanted to do my first intro today. Let's talk about the skinny jeans. Come on, man. It's time for the skinny jeans to be done. I'm done with the skinny jeans, all right? Anybody get me? I'm done with the skinny jeans, yo. Brothers, pull your pants up, man. If anybody need a belt, holla at your boy. I'm tired of seeing these dudes walking around here with their pants down. Some of y'all are 50, 48 years old. I'm 47. Some of y'all are 40-something years old walking around here with your pants down, man. Are you kidding me right now? Come on, brother. We got to do better, man. Where are our mentors at that need to come out and say, come on, man, pull your bridges up? Ain't that what they used to say, man? Pull your bridges up. Where y'all at, man? Because I'm tired of seeing these grown men walking in here with these spandex on. You know what I mean? Spandex pants. Yep, that's what they are. You guys are wearing spandex pants with pink boxers. Come on, man. Just put a sports bra on and a wig, and come on. We got to do better, man. We got to do better. Yes, I said we have to do better. So I'm calling out for the brothers. I know some of y'all, out there watching, or you're going to be ghost watching later. holla at me, man. Come up on the show. Let's talk about it. Let's get some interesting topics going. See some more people jumping on. See it every day. Anthony, what up? Cuz Reggie, what up? It's just crazy, man. So I know Keith, like he works in the school system. Keith sees it all the time. He always tells me, I got God in one ear and in the after hours in the other ear. Some of these kids, man, just lost total respect, yo. You know what I'm saying? And I tell them, don't call me Mister because you disrespect the people you call Mister, right? Call me G or Gary, or don't call me Mister because you disrespect them, right? And then they'll disrespect you, and then you call the parents and say, well, Johnny told me to go F myself. I just wanted to let you know that. Well, what did you say to him for him to say that? Because my son ain't just going to disrespect you. Oh, so I'm sorry. I said your son told me to go F myself. I know what you said, but again, my son said that you told him that he couldn't play with the basketball. I don't understand how he couldn't play with the basketball and shoot the basketball on the court if it's a gym. Okay, I'm sorry, man. I forgot to tell you that it was a basketball game going on. Your son wasn't a part of it, and he decided to go on the court while they're playing and shoot the ball. And I'm saying, you have to get off the court, Johnny. And he said, go F yourself. So I'm calling you because I want to let you know that Johnny's no longer allowed here for this week because he told me to go F myself. Well, he don't need to come to your little sorry, swiggity, swaggity, whatever you want to call it, because he could go over here, right? And that's part of the problem, is that we don't want to face consequences. So what happens is Johnny's going to go where? To another organization. And then when he's disrespectful over there, then he's going to go to another organization and another organization. And when are we able to help that kid? Because what happens is you just move on to the next place and the next place and the next place. So now he's 18 with no respect, right? And guess what he's out here doing? Now he becomes that cold killer. You know what I'm saying? Now mothers can't even say nothing. Now you're coming back, Gary. Oh, Gary. Oh, Mr. Pierce. Oh, Mr. Holman or whoever. Can you please save my son? He's done. He's finished. He's 18. He got a machine gun. What I'm supposed to tell that dude now? You know what I'm saying? So that's why my thing is coming back to my city from Bridgeport to Bridgeport is to try to start off young. Yes, I'm going to try to save some of these other youth out here who might be teenagers, and some of y'all might be adults. But I'm saying is I think I need to start from the root, go back to the younger kids. You know what I mean? And maybe try to work on some of these parents, because like I tell some of my investors or people out here in this community that if you look at, and I know some of these women are going to be mad, just don't take it personal. Don't just step outside the box, right? A lot of us, like me, I'm 47 years old. We were growing up when there was 100 people on every block standing outside, right? A lot of the females in my era, they were teen moms, right? So that's why you got 45, 46, 42-year-old grandmothers out here. You know what I'm saying? Because mom had a baby at 17, right, by a drug dealer, right? Because let's just say drugs was popping back in the 90s. A lot of dudes made a lot of money. And that's a whole nother topic. And we're going to touch that one day, which is a lot of women, right? A lot of women had babies by some of those big time drug dealers, right? A lot of women had babies by the same drug dealer, right? And I'm sure every city has that guy that got 10 kids, 15 kids, 7 kids, 5 kids in the city, right? But then when that guy gets popped, right, he goes to jail, he get that 22 years or that 15 years. Now he ain't crap. Oh, black men they need to take care of their kids. They need to do this and do that. Oh, I'm going to put that Negro on child support. He ain't worth this and he ain't worth that, right? He ain't in his kid's life, right? But that dude took care of you for 4 years or 3 years. You live in his house that he made that street money on, right? That you got his car that he went to jail and you left him and you got Pookie driving it now, right? And you told his kids they ain't crap. He ain't this, he ain't that. But for those 4 years that he gave you those 3 babies and you was loving them, taking pictures in your Louis Vuitton and your Coach bags and all that, he was that guy, right? But then you put him on child support and he can't see his kids. You know what I'm saying? So now he's an angry black man, right? So now I can't get a job because I got arrested for drugs. right? Which is a whole other topic that leads into what? Our pharmaceutical, our what do you call those? Dispensaries? Are the people who run dispensaries, are they drug dealers? Or are they pharmaceutical people? Right? So what's the difference of the people that sell from the weed dispensary from the people who sell weed in the street? Right? They both selling weed, they both selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's legal now. You can smoke weed wherever you want. You can sell weed. You can have it outside, and as long as you don't have an ounce, you can have an ounce. Have AFEs just walking down the street smoking, right? And some of y'all better learn them rules too, because y'all like, oh, it's legal to smoke. I could smoke right here in front of this. You better learn them rules, brother. You know what I'm saying? You can't be smoking and driving. No, I ain't smoking. I'm gonna tell him my passenger was smoking. He can't be smoking either. You know what I'm saying? So there's just so much stuff, man, I want to talk about. Today is not gonna be the day to talk about on the attack. But again, if anybody ever has an opinion, you could chime in through the messenger, or I could send you a link and I can add you on the Zoom. I'm thankful for those who checked in today. Today was more about me just checking it out. Oh, shout out to my boy Antonio Cordero. That's my Mexican connect. So on Fridays, I'm Mexicans. Saturday and Sunday, I'm Ecuadorian. And every once in a while, I'm Brazilian. I'll be Brazilian in April because we got the Exotic Bird Show coming here. They do 12 weeks. So I'll be Brazilian. Some days I'll be Brazilian. Some days I'll be Ecuadorian. Some days I'll be Ecuadorian, Brazilian, Dominican, Jamaican next week. I'm just waiting for my black people. That's right. Where are my community? Where are we at? You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving that Negro none of my money. Gary just trying to make money off his community. Gary just trying to, don't hold yourself back because you think you're holding me back, because I'm going this way, which is straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking back to 1994, even though you're trying to bring me there. I'm not looking back to 1992. I'm looking this way. You know what I'm saying? So as Mr. Keefe say, I'm not looking for fault no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for people going this way, people that's trying to help bring our community forward. And I'm thankful for the people behind me that want me to do that, and that are going to support me in those endeavors. So before I close out, again, I just want to go back to, I'm open for nonprofit organizations and small businesses. So if they want to come over here, rent a room, let me just give you an example. Let's say I'm renting a room for $50 an hour. I got people saying they want to do 10 hours a week. That's great, but 10 hours a week is $500 a week. Until you can build up clientele to pay that, you should do 1 day a week. You know what I'm saying? And then you build it up, right? So let's say you want to be here, all month, right? I'm gonna go on the record. I'm gonna go on a record by an example, and let's say you wanted to rent a room, right? And you wanted to be in here 7 days a week from 7 in the morning till 11 o'clock at night, right? And you want to have 7 days a week of access. We're offering that for $3,000 a month, right? But we also have small packages. If you just want to do 2 hours, 1 hour a day, 1 hour a week, that's $50 an hour, right? You come in here, you bring your little insurance card for the business or whatever you have for the event that you have, and you rent a room. You're in, you're out. At least you have somewhere consistently to say, this is where I'm at, right? But don't come in here and say, I want to do 40 hours a week and you got $200. And then when I say no, oh, Gary ain't for the community. Oh, he over there talking about, first of all, this is a facility. It's not a community center. All right. So I don't owe the community anything, but I'm doing it for the community. We're going to be having access to other facilities that we can build other small businesses and nonprofits, right? But this facility is more to give you a jump start, which is space, small room, nice location right here in front of the building. We got about 5 buses that run by here, 5 different city buses. They run until 11 o'clock at night. So we're just trying to offer small spaces for people to start up their small businesses or to their nonprofits, and to give them a way that they don't have to come out of their pocket with $5,000 just to get in the building. You know what I mean? So before you listen to somebody else and let them tell you what Gary would do, you probably need to call 203-360-4829 or send me an email, DAFAM, which is DAFAM 12002@yahoo.com. Send me an email, set up a day that you can come by, check out the facility, talk about some of the things that you're trying to do, and we can go from there. Somebody out there might have $10,000 and say, yo, G, I just want to get another spot. I'm over here right now at this spot, and I want to rent a spot. If you know somebody or if your people can help me get in there, you know, this is the kind of money I got. And I'm cool with that too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about relationships create opportunity. Relationships create opportunity, right? So when you say, I don't know how that Negro got that building and how he's doing this and that, and he only got this and he ain't even that, right? It's because I have relationships. Nope, I didn't go to Southern. Nope, I ain't go to Howard. Nope, I ain't in no fraternity. I ain't in no gang. You know what I'm saying? Just regular old G who love the community, and I'll do whatever I have to do it. So with that said, this is your boy, G the General. I want to thank everybody that took time to watch me tonight, and those that's going to take time tonight because they didn't want to see me seeing them watching me on live. I'm thankful, man. And please share this. Again, the show is going to definitely continue to grow. I'm thankful for Bob Stefanowski and Amy Stefanowski committing to coming on the show. So I'll let you know when that date is. If there's anybody out there that you want to talk about some of the community events that you got coming up, or you want to talk about your small business or your nonprofit or whatever it is that you do in the communities, you don't have to be in Bridgeport. You don't have to come into the facility. We can do it right here. You can be logged in on your Zoom or whatever. And we can make it happen, man. You know, so again, this your boy G the General coming to you from the General's Report out of the Swag Studio. And I'm out. Deuces. Oh, yeah. By the way, shout out to my family again, Tanya and Tashay. Love y'all. Be home in a minute. Deuces.